Hi, I'm Linda Padgett, and this is the Living Christian Virtue Series. Okay, today's virtue is forgiveness. The opposite of forgiveness is rejection. This is a heavy duty. Forgiveness. This is a serious virtue we all need work on. I guess let me start with a story. Quite recently, I had a situation with a loved one who I felt had wronged me. I felt like her behavior was, I don't know, just not acceptable. I wasn't happy with it at all. I felt like that she had engaged in behavior that, I don't know, that just disrespected me. And I was pretty angry. I was pretty heated, probably like you. When I'm upset about something, I stew over it for a long time. I'm thinking about it. I'm not sleeping. I'm thinking about it all the time. I'm having all those great arguments in my head that are perfectly worded and all the rebuttals that need to be said. And I'm just completely consumed with thinking about this. At the time, I was working in my bedroom because I'm a crazy person and I do a lot of construction for my own family. And I was in the middle of hanging drywall in my bathroom, a new bathroom we had going in. So I had to hang all the drywall. And that's hard work. I'm in there he-hoing all this drywall and putting it on the wall and screwing it in. And it was so much. But the whole time, it was like this intensity inside of me of just thinking about this action of this loved one who wronged me. And I was so consumed with frustration. And I decided, okay, I'm going to tell her. That's it. I'm going to tell her. I think it's the right thing to do. It's the right thing for me to tell her that I believe her behavior is wrong and that she is disrespecting me and that she needs to change and ba-da-da-da-da-da. I decided I was going to tell her. So within a few minutes, I was back out in the one room, and I had a big piece of drywall laying on the ground, and I'm measuring it out, and I'm probably thinking through my head, like, what am I going to say to her when I call her and all this kind of stuff, and I'm measuring it out, and I just finally I stopped, and I'm like, okay, God, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I feel like I'm fully justified in telling her how wrong she is. I'm right, because she is wrong. Everybody would agree with me that she's wrong. I feel like I'm completely justified in telling her that. But I don't know if I should because I don't want to damage a relationship that's there. I don't want to hurt something that's there, that's beautiful, I love her and I don't want to hurt her. And I know that there could cause a real awkwardness for me to mention this to her. But I don't think it's fair for me to have to harbor this hurt in my heart either. So finally, I'm like, God, what am I supposed to do? And I threw my pencil down and I'm like, what would you do, God? What would you do? What would you do if you were wronged by this person like this? Huh? What would you do? No kidding, I felt like the Lord laughed at me. Like he snickered. Like he said this, what would I do? You want to know what I would do? And I just immediately realized how stupid of a question that was. What would you do? What did God do? He left his eternal, beautiful throne in heaven and became a baby. He became a baby, had to be cared for. And then eventually he was put to death by the very people he loved, by the very people he created. What would he do? He would die for us. That's what he did. That's what he did. And I was reminded of the verse, 70 times 7. How many times am I supposed to forgive them, Lord? 70 times 7, which basically means forever, eternally. There is no end. You're always to forgive. So I realized in that moment, no matter how justified I am in my right for being hurt, I was justified in being hurt. I was justified in correcting. I was justified in not forgiving her. But the Lord reminds me that he has given so much more for us. I am not innocent in the Lord's don't know, act of love for us. I'm guilty. I need that act of love. I need his salvation. I'm guilty. I'm one of those people he died for. He forgave. So whenever we compare those things, and there are some really serious things that we have to forgive people for, let's keep in mind that Jesus has done it all already. He has done the very thing that requires us to forgive others because he has forgiven us. He's given everything to forgive us. So no matter how hard it is, no matter how much we justify our lack of forgiveness, we have to forgive. Because we are not better than God. We are not better than Jesus. We have not done as much as he has done in seeking, in offering forgiveness. It's a hard thing, a painful thing, for sure. But seek forgiveness for yourself. Forgive them. Don't allow these fights and these battles that you have come back. Control the way your mind thinks about this thing that you are forgiving. Don't allow it to play games in your mind, because then it's going to be harder to forgive and harder to let it go. So control those thoughts. Make sure that you're not thinking about it. Once you've chosen to forgive, you've got to let the mind games go. No more mind games. Forgiveness, it's a tough one. Tough, tough virtue. God grant you success.